Hello, kindergarten, first, second, and third grade. For this week, and actually I'm gonna give you 2 weeks for this project because you had the first video you have to watch, you have this video you have to watch, and it might take you a little bit of time to do this project. So I want you to have, I don't want you to rush. So you're gonna have 2 weeks to do this. We're gonna be making a robot collage. Some of you probably already know what that word means, the word collage, okay? But maybe some of you don't. Kindergartners, first graders, you probably don't know what that means. A collage is a picture made from cut paper. So what I'm gonna do in order to make my robot, and a robot is a man-made machine, and sometimes robots kind of act like humans or even in some ways look like humans. So I'm gonna make my robot, but I'm gonna make it all from cut pieces of paper. So my picture is not something that I'm going to draw. It's something I'm going to represent with shapes cut from paper. See where the shapes come in there? So I already cut a lot of it, but I have my body for my robot right here. Do you guys know? What kind of shapes are these? Are these geometrical or are they organic? If you said geometrical, you're right. Squares, rectangles. How about these for the legs? Organic or geometric? These would be organic. These are more free-form shapes. They don't really have a name. I don't know what I would call this shape. Long, blobby shape. So those are gonna be my legs. And I'm fortunate enough, since I'm working at the middle school, I have lots of construction paper that I can cut from. Since you're gonna be doing this at home probably, you might not have colored paper you can use. You might need to use recycling. Just ask mom and dad if it's okay. Things like cardboard boxes, cereal boxes, junk mail. Some of us did the line sculpture last week, same kind of stuff. Or you can just use regular paper, color it with a crayon, and you can cut that up into shapes. And I have big paper too, again, because I'm at the school. You might not have paper this large, so it's okay if your robot is smaller than this, okay? Just make your robot really detailed. Try to cut out lots of shapes. Like I have 2 shapes right here, overlapping for his body, and then another shape on top for this panel that I'm gonna have buttons on that you can press to make the robot do different things. I have his head, and then his arms, okay? I wanna talk to you a little bit about cutting though. So just remember, or maybe you're learning for the first time how to use your scissors correctly. When you hold your scissors, and these should be smaller scissors that you're using, not the same size as mine. When you hold your scissors, your thumb goes in the small hole and your fingers go in the large hole, okay? When you go to cut, like let's say out of this, I wanna cut a square. I can draw it on there first. Now, if I cut the square from inside there, I waste a lot of that paper and I have to travel in with my scissors to get there. So instead of drawing the square there, I'm gonna draw it down in the corner of the piece of paper. It actually saves me time because I only have to cut 2 lines now. So to cut, open up the scissors real wide, clamp down, and then I'm gonna turn it. Make sure your other hand's always out of the way. You don't want your fingers to become part of your collage. That would not be good. And then there's my shape. There's some pencil marks on the back of that. I don't want that on the front of my sculpture, so I'm just gonna flip it around, okay? So maybe I could use that for an eye or something. The other thing I wanna show you is how to cut out 2 of the same thing. So I cut out both of these legs at the same time. So in order to do that, take a piece of paper, fold it in half, and then, look at me. Got to do what I say here. I'm going to draw first. So I'm going to make a circle here. I want to draw it toward the edge of the paper, not right in the middle, because I want to save that paper in case I need it later. And now that I have the circle cut, it'd be much easier for me to cut it out and get the shape that I want. See how my papers overlap? So I'm actually cutting 2 at the same time. So if you want something on one side of your robot and you also want it on the other, you can do that. So you get 2, okay? So now I haven't glued anything down yet or taped anything down, and I have mine on a background piece of paper. You can have a background piece of paper if you want, that's the white paper here, or you can just glue all of your pieces of your robot together. It's your robot, so don't think about copying mine. I want to see what you think in your imagination your robot should look like, okay? It's about being creative and making a collage out of our organic and our geometric shapes. Got it? Have fun. See you around.